Alright guys, so I went and did a thing. Been wanting one of these for an extremely long time. I've always wanted, as far back as I can remember, but they've always been out of sight as far as price goes in my area of the country anyway. So without further ado, here we go. And what we've got here is a 1988 Chevy Crew Cab. It's a R20. It's the Western Hauler, so it was absolutely optioned out. It's got a 454 in it, turbo 400, fully loaded, power windows. All of the windows except for the rear passenger works, and I already figured out that it's the actual window motor that doesn't work. So we'll get that taken care of. But everything else works. The gauge cluster, the temp gauge, oil pressure, everything, you name it. It even comes with a sweet cowl induction hood, fiberglass. These tow mirrors, God, these things are idiots. Sorry, not a fan. But everything in it works. Everything in it works. Comes with the bucket seats. Look at that, it even has cup holders. Oh, so the cup holders. It's got this little center console right here. This is actually an ice chest, and it's got a hose that runs down to the middle. It's pretty rough. If you look at this dashboard, I think it might buff out. You know, this might buff out. A little bit of armor all. That sucker will be good as new. But these Western Haulers, they came with all this wood grain interior, all these wood grain panels. The wood grain on the passenger side and the driver's side are gone. The wood grain on the dashboard, I do have it, but it's so dry rotted that when I took it off, it just basically crumbled in my hands. And then they also came with this this wood grain, the wood grain steering wheel that some douchebag named JR was nice enough to go ahead and engrave his initials. And of course, with just about every old square body you buy, it's got the wing window on the driver's side, of course, busted out. I wonder if that was JR's handiwork. I will never understand why people break that out. It's the most expensive window in the truck, and people break it out because it's small. I'm not understanding their logic. But to replace it is it's a huge pain in the butt. The glass itself isn't very expensive, but the labor that it takes to replace it is just break the windshield. You're better off. So anyway, it also comes with this back seat. It lays down. I'll show that to you. So it's adjustable. It's got a handle on this side, so you can recline it back and forth. And then here's a lever, just like your normal seats will. As you can see, it works just like new. Then you can lay this down. It'll lay flat. Lays totally flat, and it turns into a bed. So that's pretty sweet. So something that's funny that I didn't even notice when I bought the truck. The front seats don't match. So one of them, I believe, is the passenger, is actually a Western Hauler, and this one, it looks like it might be out of a van. So it's not a driver's side seat. It's actually the passenger side seat. So, but yeah, you can see the 12 volt works. I have no idea what these two are for. The switching valve works. The fuel gauge works. Everything on this thing works. Everything. The back cargo light. So I went ahead and I did something because I was always curious myself, and I went to the scales over at my local gas station and had it weighed. And what's funny is, look at the weight difference. You got 3180 in the front and then 2480 in the back for a gross of 5660. And that was with 3/4 in one tank and a quarter of gas in the other tank. But yeah, man, this thing, it's so good. It's so good. It drives so awesome. If we look up here, and it comes with an old school CB radio, and then this right here is actually a Cobra trap shooter, which is old school radar detector. I couldn't imagine getting this thing fast enough anymore to where you'd actually need something like that. 80, 90 miles, 90, 100 miles an hour in this thing? No way. No freaking way. But back when that thing was actually usable, then I guess 70 miles an hour was the speed limit, so that probably wasn't too bad. But yeah, it's so good. It's so good. It does need quite a bit of body work. Clearly, this paint is absolutely shot. It just flakes off. I went through and flaked quite a bit of it off already, but I don't know if it was from bad prep work or if it was from the paint underneath it. Well, I guess either way it was from bad prep work. But we can see here the rear quarter on the bed. That's a pretty nasty dent. Somebody hit something good with that one. And then they also bent up the bumper. Bed is pretty well hammered. It has a gooseneck, and then I'm not sure if you can see it. Right here is the plug for the gooseneck, for trailer brakes and whatever. Then we got this side. When I first got it, you can see right here, there's a little bit of a crease. You can see the crown of the dent. That thing was pushed in probably 4 or 5 inches. So I just grabbed a crowbar and bent it. And then on the door, this passenger side door is the same thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see a little bit of crown right there. Also, this door was also shoved in. So I just took a toilet plunger, and I was able to yank it out with the toilet plunger, no problem. But yeah, if good old JR didn't bust out that window, it'd be just about complete. It's missing the front bumper horn, which I'm not a fan of those anyway, so I'll just be taking that off. Yeah, man, super sweet truck. Super sweet truck. Once again, it's a 1988 Chevy R20 Western Hauler edition. And if we look at, it's got these awesome chrome window vents. We didn't have some chucklehead try to remove the drip rails. They left them in there. So let's go for a drive. So the sway bar bushings on it are pretty well shot. Actually, 2 of them are missing, completely worn out. But the suspension bushings look good. The front brakes on it are pretty bad. But it runs so good. It does have a little bit of a miss, but it's probably just plugs and wires. And the throttle sticks a little bit sometimes. Like right when you first fire it up. Alright guys, sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties with my camera. But I was telling you the story about how I acquired the truck. The plan was I had to drive about 250 miles to pick it up, So what I did is I just hooked a flatbed trailer to my FJ Cruiser, towed it down the 250 miles, and I was going to hook the trailer to the R20 and pull the FJ Cruiser home on the trailer. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? So I drove for about 110 miles with the FJ on the trailer, and as soon as I stopped at a gas station, I found coolant on the FJ Cruiser from the R20. So I ended up having to put the R20 onto the trailer and pull it back with the FJ Cruiser, doing about 45 miles an hour for another 140, 150 miles. So I think that's where it picks back up on the story in the video. Yeah, so I found coolant on my FJ, and at the gas station. The previous owner didn't tell me that I needed to. It took 2 people to get the hood open. I had no idea how to open the hood, and come to find out, when they put this cowl hood on it, they did not put a spring on it. So it took one person to pull on the handle, and it had to be you pull on the handle in the perfect spot, in the perfect position, and another person to lift up on the hood at the same time. So I got that rectified. I got that situation figured out. None of the gauges were working. All I did was take the gauges apart and clean up the connections, and everything, as you can see, everything's working fine. The dash, I forgot to hook, or the speedometer, I forgot to hook the speedometer back up. That's my bad. And it's not a difficult fix though. I'll fix it. But it just, oh my gosh, it drives so good. It is so good. I originally intended to buy this so that I could turn it into a 4-wheel drive. I've always wanted the 4-wheel drive. I never wanted the 2-wheel drive. And but after driving this thing, I don't necessarily know that I want a 4-wheel drive. I definitely don't want to turn this into a 4-wheel drive. It's just so good, so good. It rides like a Cadillac. It just needs a little bit of work. So my goals for it are eventually LS engine and a short bed. Those are the long-term goals. Short-term goals, though, I just want to get it cleaned up, get the air conditioning working, because it is an AC cab, so in all the parts are there, everything's there. One of the hoses actually has a big tear in it, so I'll replace that hose, and I'll draw down vacuum and see if I can find the leak once I get that hose fixed. And hopefully that takes care of the situation. You know, just gonna have to figure that out. But I already have a new dashboard for it. I have matching seats that I bought already. They all need to be recovered. I mean, clearly, look at that back seat. It's freaking disgusting. I wonder if JR had anything to do with that. But yeah, man, this thing, I tell you what, it's so good. Pretty incredible. So the only thing is, if it can leak oil, it's going to. If it holds oil, it leaks it. The transmission, engine, everywhere, valve covers, rear main seal, you name it, everything leaks. Everything. Power steering box. The power steering pump doesn't, but this thing sat for Lord knows how long, and I'm gonna have to get some gas before I run out. But yeah, man, I'm just gonna take care of the oil leaks, make sure that it stays running like a top, and start saving money so that I can get the big things done. At the same time, get the interior and everything else all cleaned up and ready to go. So first thing though is I'm gonna be doing the brakes on it. They were squeaking, so I did the right thing and I just bent the tab for the wear indicator. That way the brakes would stop squeaking. So anyway, we'll see in the driveway. How do you like my truck?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Why not?
It's embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
It's so embarrassing.
Dude, this truck is so freaking sweet. Are you kidding me?
It's not. It's so ugly.
Don't like it, huh?
Can we go?
Huh?
We start driving.
Oh, man.
Why? Go!
Go?
Why are you recording?
What do you mean? What?
It's so ugly.
You don't like it? What don't you like about it?
It's embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
Look at it.
This thing is freaking mint, dude.
No, it's not.
Oh, come on now.
Why are you recording?
Isn't this... I'm shocked by your reaction. What a beaut this thing is. No, you don't want to drive it? No? Oh, man.
Dad, I want a Mustang.
A what?
A Mustang.
Whose kid are you?
Or a Camaro.
Oh, jeez.
But not this. This thing is ugly and embarrassing.
Why don't you sit up tall?
I'm not gonna do that.
Are you trying to hide?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's embarrassing.
Oh, man. Oh. I don't even know what you're talking about. All right.